The morning sun pierced through the dense canopy of the ancient forest, casting golden shafts of light onto the moss-covered ground. Ethan adjusted his worn leather hat, his breath forming clouds in the crisp autumn air. Beside him trotted Duke, his loyal golden retriever, nose to the ground and tail wagging with anticipation. Ethan had been hunting these woods since he was a boy, but today felt different. An eerie stillness clung to the forest. He tightened his grip on his rifle and gave Duke a reassuring pat. "Easy, boy," he whispered, scanning the trees. They moved deeper into the forest, stepping over tangled roots and weaving through thickets. Duke suddenly froze, his ears perked up and body tense. Ethan followed his gaze and saw it, a stag grazing near a small clearing, its antlers like twisted branches reaching for the sky. Slowly, Ethan raised his rifle, steadying his breath. Just as his finger brushed the trigger, Duke let out a low growl. Confused, Ethan lowered the rifle and glanced at his dog, whose nose was pointed not at the stag, but at something beyond it. Then he saw them, wolves, their gray coats blending into the underbrush, stalking the same prey. The stag sensed danger and bolted, and the wolves sprang into action. Duke barked furiously, and Ethan knew they had to move fast. Without thinking, he shouted and fired a warning shot into the air. The wolves scattered, their yellow eyes glaring before they melted back into the forest. Relieved, Ethan knelt and ruffled Duke's fur. "Good boy," he murmured. The stag was long gone, but Ethan didn't mind. Safety came first, and Duke had known before he did. As they made their way back to camp, Ethan couldn't help but smile. The forest would always be wild and unpredictable, but with Duke by his side, he knew he'd never face it alone.